What is up, guys? Hyphy99 here, and I'm bringing you guys three best defensive operators and three best offensive operators, just in my opinion and what I like to use. And it's not necessarily the best from an order like 1, 2, 3 as I showed them. It's just that the ones are good to solo queue, and you know, when you're by yourself, you don't have good teammates, you just pick these guys and you'll do decently well with them. Before we begin, guys, I got to show you this cav clip in plane, and usually in Operation Health, when you're on them and they left, you would still get the interrogation, but in this case here, he left before I got the interrogation, so it kind of sucks, and I hate when people do that. But anyway, guys, we're going to move on. So the first operator is Ella, and she's just really good because when people start to rush, and actually this was a clip where they did rush with shields and stuff, you just put your Ella mines up, and as soon as they hit it, it's best time to go and get them. But you kind of want to stay close to them as well. Just that way you can ambush them as soon as they get hit, and it's like an echo drone but better because you don't have to control it. So in my opinion, it's really good. And not only that, you're very versatile, get around the map and by yourself. And if you're a good roamer, this is a really good character, obviously, because she's a 3-speed, but their gun's really good as well. Just a lot of recoil, but as long as you aim for the chest, you usually get the headshot because of recoil. But anyway, guys, we're gonna move on to Mute, and these aren't in order like I said, but anyway, he's just really good because drones. And I was thinking about Bandit before I picked Mute, but not only that, Mute can get more reinforced walls instead of Bandit because Bandit only has 4 batteries. But if you use 1 Mute charge, you could usually get 3 if you place it in the middle. And it's just really OP because especially when they're droning in mid round or late round and they want to see where you are, you have that Mute so they can't, and they have to rush in blind pretty much, so it's just really good for that. But anyway, guys, in this gameplay, his MP5 is really good, and it doesn't have like a crazy amount of recoil, but it's good for the headshot here, as you guys will see in a sec. Get turned on this guy. And his gun's pretty good for range, and the recoil is not that bad, so I do recommend using Mute because he's a 2-speed. Now, Jaeger, guys, is the last defensive operator. I think it's really good. It's just good for fuse, and if people want to flash you with Ying especially, or even Ash for that matter, especially when she tries to shoot her rounds inside the objective, and if she wants to get rid of that barbed wire, she can't because of your Jaeger device, and it's just really overpowered, and that way she can't wreck as many stuff, and maybe a shield that's holding in the window or a door. But anyways, he's just really good because he's 3-speed as well, and I'm using a suppressor on him just because just I want to kind of make him more stealthy, and that way people don't know where I am. But nonetheless, man, he's a good roamer and he can anchor down sight. It just depends what you guys really want to use him for. But he's usually a roamer, so you know, that's why the way I use him, and I just try to hold down angles outside of sight. And really good for holding down angles with an assault rifle because he is one of the only operators that has an assault rifle on defense, so it's just really good for that. And he also has really high damage on his gun, so it is good, better in range anyway, and that way you don't have to be so close with an SMG. But anyway, we're going to move on to offensive operators, guys, and my first pick is Twitch. And now this isn't in order, but this is what I usually go with, is Twitch, just because she can do a lot of damage with her drone, and, you know, get those ADSs and those Ellas and Legion and a bunch of stuff, bandits, mutes. She's really good for solo queue, especially on house, just because, say you have a thermite and he doesn't know what he's doing, and you know what you're doing, you know how to get all the bandits and mutes at the garage door, then you don't really have to, you know, rely on another Twitch, say if you're thermite, to get those, and you can just do it yourself. So it's just really good for that. And usually when people are, you know, thermite, they'll just know what to breach, so it's usually just better when you're Twitch. That way you can get the randoms to breach. But anyway, also she's really good just for campers, and especially like the Chonka, to move around and shoot the drone, and you can just ping them for your teammates. But anyway, guys, we're gonna move on to Habana. So I think she's better than Thermite just because she has more, you know, her pellets, more of her pellets. She can get hatches, obviously. She can also break reinforced walls, but she needs 2 of her shots. So when you're solo, I just think it's better for that because you can get in your own rooms and you don't really have to rely on, like, say, a Thermite or, you know, Habana because you are her. But anyway, guys, last but not least is IQ, and I think she's just really good now because Capcan got a buff. And that way you can just find those traps, which is a really crazy. Not only that, lesions, man, slow you down before you can, you know, kind of breach objective and stuff. But anyway, guys, let me know what you guys' opinions are. And I just want to make this video so you guys can kind of interact with it and just let me know what you guys think's the best. This is the ones I use and when I'm solo queuing. So anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash the like button, subscribe if you guys are new, and I'm out, boys.